Brought to you by Penguin.
Abbey Road, written and read by me, David Hepworth. This audiobook also comes with a downloadable supplementary PDF. To Sam. For the music makers and the dreamers of dreams, for the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. Inspired by Ode by Arthur O'Shaughnessy. Foreword. I remember the first time walking into Abbey Road 60 years ago. It was such a scary session with George Martin there as the presiding grown-up. Then thinking about how much we grew from doing the first album in a day to spending weeks and weeks in the studio, to think of how many great memories and creative moments that happened there, it's very hard to pick one out. But I do always remember recording the orchestra on a day in the life. That was pretty special. You know, I tried to resist going, wow, this is where it all happened, but it really is trippy. When I visit, it makes me want to just sit and think, there's John, doing Girl, etc. The stars really aligned for us at Abbey Road in terms of the creative stuff we brought, the musical knowledge and direction George Martin brought, and the technical side of things with some incredible engineers who were inventing new ways to record, and then also some incredible gear. It's the only studio I've ever known in the world where you have one grand piano, one super grand, one medium grand, everything just there in the studio for normal use. Long before and long after the Beatles, some of the best music in the world was born in those rooms, and they're still carrying on as one of the best studios in the world. Long live Abbey Road. Paul McCartney, July 2022. Intro. The long and winding road. They come from all over the world. They ascend in gaggles via the pleasingly period escalator from the tube station at St. John's Wood. They ask locals for directions. These people have issued the same instructions so many times they point in the right direction without following the gesture with their eyes. Rounding the corner of Grove End Road, these pilgrims in skinny jeans, who may have found their way here from Murmansk, Manchester, or Mobile, Alabama, find it hard to suppress a Christmas morning smile on finding themselves suddenly inside a picture with which they have been familiar since they can remember, looking up and down this particular road and gazing dreamily at this very particular pedestrian crossing. London has many such crossings, known locally as zebras, but this one is unique. It's the only one in the land which is listed as a site of outstanding historical interest. As such, it may not be repositioned by so much as a foot in either direction without discussions at the highest level and, in all probability, questions in the House of Commons. It's also the only zebra people queue up to cross, hoping that they and their companions might be magically isolated and captured in the same way those original four mates were all those years ago. The crossing is also to the acute frustration of corporate bean counters keen to look at every possible way in which musical history might be monetized, one destination of historical interest in London that remains free. London is not short of historical attractions. Londoners are used to seeing reluctant processions of adolescents being ushered in organised parties through the baleful portals of the Tower of London, or beneath the improving colonnade of the National Gallery.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?